And good afternoon, everyone, and good morning to Seedy Cherry Tree, who is here in the chat as well. My name's SaveWithCrypto. The channel is called SaveWithCrypto, and I'm here today, hopefully, with my friend Maff. You there, Maff?
Hello, very much present and hopefully correct. Yes.
Okay.
So I had to rejoin in a bit of a hurry because nothing was working. So here now though. Yeah.
I did see a video the other day, and it was called something like "Why only." Why only 0.2% of the population use Linux or something, And
I think I saw that I think it was like 3%, wasn't it? But
yeah, I might be exaggerating there. Yeah.
yeah. But this time I don't think it's Linux because I don't know. It's just well, I won't go into it, but there's issues I think. But yeah.
Anyway, I was surprised.
I'll do a tech roundup sometime of why nothing works.
Okay. Yeah, I was surprised it's that high, to be honest. Actually, I mean, the only people I know who use it are you,
Yeah.
and then my old coder friend from Milton Keynes, who I went to school with, who, to be honest, I just found it impossible to get anything done with him ever because
Right.
things were never working.
Yeah. Okay.
And then who else? I think it was a guy in France who managed to put a Linux operating system on an iPod, which I thought was quite impressive.
Yeah.
And they're the only Linux users I know. And I know quite a lot of people, so I was surprised it was 3% or whatever it was. But anyway. Here we are. Anyway, right. A quick hello to Nick. Nick was here first, hammering on the door, so that's brilliant. That's a sign of good things, I think. CD's here. Hello there, mate. And Mr. Delta's here. Hello. How you doing? Bon après-midi. Bon après-midi, indeed. Yeah. Well, had a little bit of a pump, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff there that I'll go through actually. I think because I posted some levels into the Discord earlier on,
Okay.
and I wonder if they actually completely contradicted everyone else's levels and things.
The shocking title of this was purely because I did notice that one of the guys in our Discord, which by the way you should join if you're not in there already, he said, "Oh, I couldn't resist trading the CME Open last night." Now he was in Australia, so obviously his chart is upside down anyway. But but I did notice that he actually posted that before the CME was open. So in theory that doesn't count actually. So we did actually leave a gap. So although over the weekend the price did come down to the price that the CME closed at on Friday, by the time it opened up on Sunday, it was sort of here. So there is technically still a gap there, which didn't look to be a problem last night, but now it's looking quite a long way away, which is, I think, was I exaggerating when I said $3,000? No, I wasn't really, was I?
No. But where's the gap? I mean, I can see a wick. Oh, that's just the box, isn't it? So there isn't.
Yeah.
A wick
So
there,
if I was to put that on, I don't know.
If you hide the drawings temporarily.
Okay. Hang on. Right, we just remove that. So it's. So what happened? See, Friday that wick closed. I mean, this is the 15-minute, but that wick closed there.
Yeah.
And then when it opened on Sunday, it opened there. So there is a little gap.
Yeah. I think it's very likely that we'll drop back down to there yet. I think. I mean, obviously, Bitcoin is doing a lot of bouncing. Sorry, it's just some idiot outside just revving their engine. Like, oh, I've got a car, I can rev it. Anyway, they're not even being a boy racer. I think it's a girl actually, racer.
Give it a few
stationary.
Give it a few years when everyone's got electric cars. You know, he will be something then. You know, I've got an internal combustion engine car. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, putting what are the things they put on the exhaust pipe where they just make them super loud? Because it can't be a muffler, isn't it? The opposite of a muffler.
Opposite of a muffler, I don't know what you call them actually.
A louder.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so you know, that is. There you go. I've justified my thumbnail now. So there you go. So you know, the bear will, you know, he will catch you down there. Anyway, so all I'm saying is, like, you know, don't be too hasty with.
I like the animation. Yeah.
Well, it was just me wiggling it, really, you know, with my mouse. Anyway, I did also notice that I don't know if this is relevant at all, but what I tend to do, because I'm always looking for these like crosses of the yellow and green 21 and 55 EMAs. You know, I'm always looking for these, and I always want to see which time frame they're crossing on. You know, and at the moment, you know, this is the 2 hour, for example. And when I did that, of course, what I saw then was this bearish retracement level up here, and I thought, oh, okay, I wasn't aware of that one, and sure enough, it did its thing, didn't it? You know, it sort of went there, sort of gave it a little kiss, and then came back down again. But I did like your video you did the other day where you were talking about. I'm not quite sure of the analogy of springs and weights. I couldn't actually think of a.
Oh yeah, okay. I think so. I kind of realised afterwards that I hadn't really explained that bit properly. So that's something I could do in a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Because I think once that part of the kind of price theory kicks in, or clicks or whatever, you know, then it kind of opens up all sorts of other things we can look at in terms of just all that stuff, the price balancing out and so on. Yeah,
that's cool. Okay, so for anyone who didn't see it,
I'll recap. Yeah.
You'll recap. Okay, that's brilliant. Okay, awesome. Right, so just have a quick hello to see who's here. No, nobody new apart from Peter K's here.
Hello.
Well, PK anyway.
PK, yeah.
From Bolton. No, I did like that show, Phoenix Nights. Did you ever watch that?
No.
It was. I think it was Peter Kay at his best. Actually, it was a brilliant show. It's quite long.
I might track that down. Catch a few episodes on YouTube or something.
Yeah, no, it was a good show. Good show. Very good characters. It was like Peter Kay and that Paddy McGuinness fella, you know.
Yeah, sure.
They were like the two characters in it. Sure. Having said that, Peter Kay played quite a few characters in it, so it was a.
Oh, it's one of those where he. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Sure. And it was about this working man's club up in Bolton. It was brilliant, actually.
Sounds
anyway,
like I just missed out there. One thing, do you mind if I just share the screen just for a second? I want to test. Because I'm a bit worried because
okay.
Some stuff on here is glitching.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But I want to make sure I can share.
Give it a go.
Is that visible?
That is visible.
Hurrah! Okay, nice. I'll just remove that from the stage. That's ready to share. Yep.
Okay. Well, in that case, so that sounds like a cue for you know what.
Think so.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay then. I
There's a lot.
I feel like that could do with a tap dancing segment halfway through or something.
Yeah, there's a lot going on that. Did you actually, you know? Well, no.
Did I have any creative input into it?
Well, you obviously
So,
had some, you know. I mean, I'm
yeah.
thinking. I only just noticed the Bitcoin moon sort of spinning around. You know,
Oh yeah.
did you tell it to do that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a combination of different things. I can't remember exactly what it said. So some of it was like happy accidents, if that's the right phrase, and yeah, others were just. In fact, a lot of it, to be honest, was just like do this segment, do this kind of because they're all like 5 or 10 second videos. That's kind of limited to that. So I had to
Right.
stitch a few of them together, but also just the handy thing was being able to upload a image file of this or the other, like obviously Quadzilla, the Keiju, and just various other things like the city background or whatever, and saying like do a video segment, but kind of have this as the I've forgotten the name of it now. Whatever they call it when it's the input thing that it uses and then transforms from. So short answer is probably yeah, but I've forgotten what the question was.
Okay, good.
Yes.
By the way, I will warn you. Actually, I've been waiting for an electrician to arrive since 8:30 this morning. In fact, they said like he'll be there really early. You know, will you be awake at 8:30? And I was like, yeah. And anyway, so it's now, what is it, 12:15, and, and he's not here. So if at some point my phone rings or I disappear, that's where I've gone. Right, I've just gone to talk to him. But
yeah,
he's
sure.
not here anyway. I have
and
no
if you suddenly completely drop out and the screen goes blank, then
because he just walked in and turned all the power off. Yeah, but
yeah, essentially,
it's
kind of what they do, isn't it? They just walk in through the door. All right, I'm the electrician. Ka-chunk. Well, a bit of warning would be nice, you know.
yeah. Or he just turns it off from outside somehow, you know, in the road,
Yeah.
or
then just complains that the doorbell isn't working.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to charge you for fixing that. Yeah,
Right, Mr. Delta. I have no idea at all why you said let's look at what you could have won.
Was it from the that show,
Phoenix,
the P2K show?
I don't think it was. I'm not sure. Kaz is here. Oof, late, but just in time for the jingle. Okay,
yeah.
Good.
It's funny because I was going to say just as we were starting to play the jingle, I was going to say, oh wait, Kaz isn't here yet, but she got here just in time.
We should always wait for her to turn up. But anyway, okay, yeah, hit me.
Oh yeah, crypto analysis and stuff. So yeah, this happens to be on the FedWatch page. Yeah, that's this week, isn't it? The tumultuous
It is.
potentially announcement. So 2 days. So I guess that puts it into it's going to be Wednesday and Thursday, isn't it? And the so the Fed meeting, the 2 day meeting starts on Wednesday. I guess goes into Thursday. Don't know when they I guess they actually make the announcement on Thursday, don't they? If I remember, or is that just when the speech is? Do they announce it on Wednesday?
I don't know, to be honest.
I should have researched this before. Yeah,
I'm sure somebody can tell us.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially, so 89.6, just under 90% odds of another rate cut. There's almost a sense of, does it really matter anymore? You know, is it just going to make the bear market a bit less bad? You know, or is it going to just? I mean, just imagine if they announced a 0.5% rate cut. I mean, that'd be. I think that would change the narrative quite strongly to the upside. Obviously,
just remind me what it's supposed to be.
Well, 0.25%, I think, is what the odds are for this. So, I saw a tweet because obviously X is just so reliable as a source of insider information. You can trust everything that anybody tweets on there, you know, claiming that they heard it from someone on the inside or whatever.
I think what we actually need is a bit when you say, like, because people always go like, Grok, can you verify this? Or, you know, you actually need a thing saying, Super Grok, can you verify Grok's verification, you know?
Yeah, true.
I don't believe a bloody word of anything these days.
No, true. Yeah, I mean, there was a sorry, I know this is going like quite off topic now, but that there was a research thing that was done where they realised that all of these different LLMs from different companies and so on just trained independently and with different sort of bias checks or whatever they do. Just let it tell the truth, let it notice and tell the truth. That's what I say. But anyway, I went off the off topic there. So essentially all these independently trained models, and they all just seem to end up kind of talking similar like and approaching very similar conclusions generally. So it's like a hive mind in a way,
Right.
But they're just like independently operating, but they kind of approach the same conclusions at the end. It's like a sort of collective unconscious of AI in a way, or something. That was very off topic, but
I've actually noticed though that because like if you Google something these days, which to be honest I rarely do, but but what comes up is the little Gemini AI summary of what you just Googled, and I did it for something the other day and it was completely wrong, and I've thought like that is just wrong information. I mean, I know not everything on the internet is correct anyway, but like it was just something that was blatantly incorrect. It was something about I think I Googled where can I park for free in such and such a town, and it came up with somewhere, and I thought, well, that's not true. And also it said it was free on Sunday, and I know damn well it's not. And I thought that's just blatantly completely wrong,
So sometimes do they just kind of get their source from someplace that was wrong, or is it one of those cases where, because it's all probability, isn't it? Hey, just like trading, where it's just the kind of, so what word, phrase, sentence, paragraph do I put next, and so on. What would be the most probable? What should I write here?
Right.
So therefore, I mean, that because that was always a big problem in the early days, wasn't it, with the AIs hallucinating, and but then they did introduce like a sort of self-checking thing on top of that, where it goes off and just kind of reasons a bit and checks its output before it actually kind of sploinks that out and onto the screen. And that, I think that helps, but I guess sometimes it's. I think because the sort of like the Google quick AI responses, and same on like Brave Search or whatever, they obviously do a lot less of that, because they kind of need to just like get those out there really really quickly, and they've got probably like millions of those to do every like second or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So there's probably less self-checking that goes on with those, I would think.
Yeah, completely. Yeah. I anyway, but that was wrong. What else did I do? The other thing is that I used the Perplexity Comet. I had a look at Quadzilla with it, right? And I said, "Do you understand how this indicator works?" And he said, "Yeah, sure. It works by," and it came out of complete nonsense. And it was wrong. It was just completely wrong. It was
something about tachyon emissions.
No,
it was talking, capacitors. And so on.
It was talking about like RSIs and stuff like that, and I thought, well, no.
Yeah, no.
Not yet, anyway.
But, anyway. Well, maybe tachyon emission. Maybe it can kind of see a bit into the future. Then this is what it will be based on.
Yeah.
So, I should take notes.
Okay.
Anyway,
sorry, I digress.
A bit, but it's interesting. So I think so. Sorry, I was clicking on the wrong thing. Over here, Mr. Delta. I don't know if you'd highlight it. So the intro sounds like bullseye. Absolutely. From the 1980s, was it? So you got your bully and all that.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
I don't know. It was never a show I watched, to be honest. Actually.
Yeah, I think. To be honest, you didn't really miss out there.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, phew. Good to know.
Thank God for that.
Yeah. Yeah, but Bullseye made me the person I am today. Oh, right. Okay. Explains a lot.
No, nobody lies on their deathbed saying, I wish I watched more Bullseye.
Do you have any kind of last request? Please wheel in the screen and the VHS player on the trolley. Yeah, anyway, this was this is kind of what I posted into the Discord this morning as a screenshot, and also it's kind of based on what I also posted into the Discord and tweeted a bit on. I think it must have been Friday now. No, or was it maybe over the weekend? Oh, yes, yesterday. Sorry, let's get that bit right. So
not Friday, but Sunday.
Yeah. Basically the same. So, yeah, essentially what this is based on is the fact that we had this kind of confluence of this bullish retracement level down here at 87.017, and we also had this bearish retracement level up here at 95.3, and at the time when I drew that in, when I started to realise that was happening, I don't think that this new bearish retracement level, or maybe it had, that was actually on Friday, so I guess it had. So this one started to draw in kind of in the middle between the two. So just to pause for a second, just to explain the thing about what I was rabbiting on about with the weights and springs and what have you, like checks and balances, I suppose. So the way that the retracement levels work at a sort of fairly broad level is that if there's some sort of price like bearish or bullish divergence, essentially, between what's going on up here and what's going on down here, essentially the actual price action and the trends and so on, the bearish or bullish trends, and the sort of momentum and just general sort of that kind of stuff, things going on down here. So like kind of like the price action, the strength of the price action. I was wiggling the mouse all over the place then, so I'll just so in this top bit, the price action, in this bottom bit, the strength of the price action. So this one tends to be faster moving just because it's the thing that's being tracked, so it's immediate. So if you get kind of a divergence between the two, then Quadzilla kind of notices that and starts to draw a retracement level, and uncannily the price tends to sort of just come back to them. And quite often you notice like this, they're often drawn at pretty much the same level. So the price repeats, like here, it completed that market structure, came down, boink, reacted off the retracement level there, so went up a bit, then just kind of, but it wasn't quite done, so it came down further. In fact, actually, that one, that's a whole other topic actually about the probability of if you got retracement levels stacked like that, of reaching one, then the other, and so on. But that's probably a topic for another day. Excuse me, sorry. So essentially, that you could view that as kind of being the springs and the weights. So it's these kind of counteracting forces on the price at any time. So you've got kind of like a particular impulse on the price, then just some market forces trying to sort of pull the price back in the other direction. So and that's kind of the divergence. So when there's a kind of an imbalance, then the price obviously moves in a particular direction, but that same market force still exists, and kind of exists to pull the price back to there. So that I think is why the retracement levels tend to be a bit sort of uncannily prescient, in a sense, that the price does come back to there and it reacts with that level. It's just because it's kind of dug into that, just the sort of the balance in the force where the price wants to be. You could view it as fair value, kind of, but where the price wants to be versus where the market forces are trying to push it. So that's that. And so here, and I think probably because of that, when you see like this sort of thing where there's a retracement level up there, there's one down there, and the price is kind of ranging between them, then you can basically put in one of these, which is obviously a parallel channel. And so I drew in that one, the sort of overall range. So that's like range number one is the overall one. And the center of that is obviously this point just here. And you can kind of see that even there's this kind of area of liquidity. The price kind of dipped down to that area. It formed support over here. It was resistant and so on. It goes back further to the left and so on. And essentially, when the price is below that center point. And also notice, of course, that retracement level is just like virtually bang in the center of that, which I think when the price in a particular market is just ranging really nicely, it's well behaved in that sense. In the case of Bitcoin, it's been kind of accumulating, so it's just well behaved ranging. Then I think you tend to see that sort of thing where there's just so these kind of balanced out market force areas just mark out the high, the low, and the center, like so. How often that happens, I'm not sure where you get it kind of that perfectly. I'll have to go back and check and have a look at it on just different asset pairs and timeframes and so on. But in this case, it's worked out really nicely. But so what we have then is the top half being the kind of the premium price, where essentially you may not necessarily want to be going long, particularly when the price is up here, because it's more likely for the price to reverse and come back down and either kind of range again along there or drop down into this area, which is kind of the discount price area. Similar down here, you may not necessarily want to short because, obviously, if you're already in a short position, it's different. But you may not want to open a sell position just down here. It might work out. The price might kind of just drop even further down, plummet down. But just the probability of it is it's kind of down here. It's going to be more the buyers who are about to retake control. So that they'll be here ready and waiting, especially when if it's a bullish retracement level like that. The price might dip below, but then it's going to come back up, probably back into that range. So that'd be totally a buying opportunity if the price drops down to here, I'd say. Not definite, just high probability. Similarly, so up here, if the price gets up into, because I forgot to mention as well that I drew in these two extra ranges as well. So you've got this one that has its own midway level, halfway level, and this one at the top. So you've got 2 and 3. This one at the top that also has its own halfway level. Obviously, the price hasn't got up to there yet. What's interesting with that is that the price over here kind of ties in with the top of that price movement. So there's definite like liquidity just there. There's a bit of support just there, and so on. So if that one was drawn back there, you kind of see that. Oh, hey, let's do it. Let's draw it back. If the price is back there, then oh yeah, that's right. Excuse me. Then you can kind of see that when the price came up to this level, certainly here it might have started to look strong. Hey, the price is heading upwards. Let's go. Let's head to the upside. But obviously didn't, because in this upper range, the price had gone into its premium area, and just not the best place to be buying. Just buy expensive, sure enough, it just came back down into the discount area, and especially when it drops below the 9 EMA as well, then you kind of realise that things are taking a turn for the south. But it kind of ranged back up, got back above the 9 EMA again, back into here, just not very convincing. Didn't get all that far in, down again. So I suspect maybe it's going to try and get back above there again. If it might do that. You know, if it's going to do it, it'll just kind of range up into that area. So for a short-term thing, you might see this as a good place to buy. Still above the 9 EMA, but there's every chance it'll drop back down into the lower half of that bigger range. So like, you know, so the stop loss, I think you'd probably want to have that sort of fairly close by, just under there, if you went long there at all. Interesting that retracement level's opened up as well, so that might well just come down and do that and up as well. Ooh, and there as well, gosh. They don't half hide away sometimes, they lurk, don't they?
Indeed.
Yeah. So that, I mean that one had already played out. That told us very much that it's like the price dipped up to there, but that was a bearish retracement level, so be aware the price is going to come down and probably come down and interact with that one. That's exactly what it did. Blink, back up. So we might see a similar thing happening here now, because if that level is still relevant, which they tend to be, going onwards, then you could see that come down again. And it's positive though, isn't it? Because we've got what have we got? We've got higher lows coming up. Not so. I'm going to draw this not a trend line. It's just marking out the higher lows there. So like that one, then that one. It's going to have to break down through that to get to that level, but you know, it might just even bounce off that little narrow sort of halfway range just there and keep going up, but quite likely it'll get down to here and then head up. So it'll be kind of okay. Then I'd have to try and fudge the trend line to try and tell the story. You know, I think that would probably do it. So just about. Yeah, but also beware trying to fudge the trend line to tell a particular narrative that you want to tell. So yeah, overall that's looking pretty good, isn't it? Pretty positive. Yeah, that was that really. That was a bit long. Is a lecture, isn't it? Just, but hopefully that was useful to someone. Yeah.
So is it up or down?
No. Don't know. Honestly, don't know. Is it that point? I suspect it's going to come down. It's going to be down a little bit, then up. I'd say if it breaks below this line, this area, that kind of 91.2-ish. The next line in the sand would be this retracement level. There's 90.4. I'd be very hesitant to long just there, just because that possibility is going to come down further. We've got that now, red background. That may not stay, because we've still got another 20 minutes of that hour to go. If you drop to the 30-minute, kind of the same thing really. Also just gives us a slightly more zoomed in view of that. So we still had a retracement level there, kind of telling us that the price is going to at least come down below there. Also just different things happening on there on different time frames. So, but overall the pattern is the same. So, shall we have a look at the 12?
Yeah, just before you move.
Oh, should we go back to the 30?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Just for a move, that's right.
Okay, so just notice we've got a trend shield on that.
Yeah. I think it stopped.
Has it stopped?
Yeah. So it's gone on to the next candle. It might reappear on this one. I think if the price can recover a bit and head up from there, then that would be kind of, well, yeah, we might get another one up here. But yeah, that significantly stopped. It was seemed like, hey, good chance of further upside here. Obviously didn't happen. Also, just the fact that we've got three. I mean, they're not like the three black crows thing, really. They're just three little stubby bearish candles in a row, and the fourth one in progress.
Okay.
I think
right.
They're not engulfing or anything. So, yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Sorry, I just saw it. I just thought it might be worth mentioning. That's all.
Oh yeah.
Just because you normally see them when you've got the red background, but the red background just disappeared, didn't it? So.
That was on the 1 hour, I think. So still there on the 1 hour.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
So that you could view it that's formed obviously two bearish candles so far. I think if we get a third, that'll probably confirm just more downside, a bit more downside maybe from there.
Okey-doke.
If it's a significant, I mean, if this one just drops as part of that same candle, then we get a third one, which would kind of bring us below. That'd be a bit of a very, very short-term just change in market direction. I think, like it's going to do a bit more accumulating down here, maybe down, hopefully not down there, but at least down in this range before it heads it.
Okay. All right.
Quick look at the 12.
Sorry. All right, as you were. Where are you going? 12 minute.
12 minute, yeah.
Okay.
That's lovely on that one. Wowie. So that was at 92.1. That was detected back on Friday morning, 9:30 a.m. UK time. Said that the price is basically going to, like, don't worry about all this stuff happening down here. The price is going to pop back up to this level and then drop down again. And it did. Maybe it's still dropping. So as I was saying before, it might come down to there or down to there. Yeah, okay, that's drawing similar retracement levels there as well, actually. But more trend shield. Look at that. But again, significantly no trend shield on that last couple of those. And it was fading on the 12 minute as well, which is kind of interesting.
Okay.
So, okay. What else should we look at?
Yeah. Do you want to have a look at Solana, because it's had a little bit of a. It's actually been performing quite well against Bitcoin. So,
Okay.
having said that, I mean, it's doing the same kind of thing, really. It's just been a slightly more exaggerated, I think.
Yeah. So, do you want to look at like a Sol BTC?
Not particularly, no. But unless you want to.
Well, yeah. that worked out pretty well, actually. Just when was that? Monday the 5th? Oh yeah, a week ago. Still pretty nice though. So on the 1 hour, saying the price is going to drop down and then come back up, which it obviously did. Then price is going to head up and then come back down, which it obviously did. This one's saying the price is going to retrace back up and then head back down, which it currently is. Sometimes, just Quadzilla and Solana seem to go very well together, I notice.
Yeah, I really love the 12-minute time frame with Solana for that. It just does some of the retracements just brilliantly.
Let's go and delete some of these drawings. So yeah, that's excuse me, that's pretty neat, isn't it? Interesting. It's on. Was I looking at the 12-minute initially? I think I must have been, yeah, because I was going to.
Oh yeah,
no, it's 1 hour, wasn't it? I was looking at. Okay, I just thought that looked really familiar. But that's 138.1. Just on the 12-minute, it's okay. It's a bit higher, 140.7. Oh no, sorry. Is that? I mean, that one's lovely anyway. Just pink, just on there. it was this one. Yeah, 100, also 138, like 0.5. Funny that showed up on both the 12-minute and the 1 hour. Just kind of pinpointed that. It's the old thing that when you see essentially the same level on both, on more than one time frame, that's a pretty high probability that it's going to be met. It's going to play out, I think. What we're seeing now, though, in terms of this drop down, because obviously the price has dropped well below the 9 EMA. Everything's generally kind of curving around. The 55 is still a bit upward, so the price might even just come down and touch the 55 and then head back up. It's a possibility. Which I guess would bring it, if that's still coming up, bring it to about maybe there. What's that? 136 and a half.
Yeah.
And then potential rebound from there.
Yeah, there is actually on the 1 minute. There's actually a retracement level at 135. Well, 136. So yeah, pretty much around there, really. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah,
that looks destined to be completed, doesn't it?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. Brilliant. So right, chat's a bit quiet today. There's no Scotty heckling us or anything like that.
No, that's true. I think I put everyone to sleep with my lecture.
Okay. Well,
maybe that was a bit dry, I suppose. But yeah, fascinating stuff. Anyway, I'd say. Just I think what I probably have to do with those kind of like the springs and weights and all that stuff is maybe just I'll try and put together an updated video on that just kind of explains it in a bit more of a sort of compact, succinct kind of way. It just kind of explains exactly what I'm getting at. Because if it happens a lot, like if I just go back to here on the 1 hour, then yeah, you'd imagine it's something that could sort of find its way into Quadzilla itself in some way. It's just whether that's actually a common thing, a common occurrence, or if it's just that this time it happened to work out really particularly well. So it's basically when you get, it might be when you get opposing retracement levels stacked rather than just two of the same. And also, obviously, the price has to be kind of at that point ranging between them. So that's a similar sort of one. I don't know what that one's all about.
I suppose in a way, it probably works best when it is kind of consolidating and going sideways, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, totally, because it's all about a range at that point. So if there's been it's also noticeable that, obviously that the two levels are going to start at different times, which is fine. They generally do. But so one is kind of well in progress, and then the other one kicks in, and then you start to notice that it's formed that. So, because traditionally with these sorts of things, to find the cheap and the expensive prices, you'd kind of draw from all the way from a high down to a low. But this is obviously something different because it's based on that concept of the where the price kind of finds it, where the price wants to go to find its balance. So the middle bit is kind of the fair value. This wants to be the fair value, and this wants to be the fair value. So there's that tug of war going on, versus kind of kind of heavyweight buyers and sellers at the extremes. If you see what I mean, because when they do their selling, that's not a fair value. That's just they're muscling in.
Yeah. Cool. Did you watch that Plan B video that I put in the Discord?
Oh no, I did see that he'd put out a video saying his December prediction, and I
Yeah,
kind of like marked it, thinking like, oh, I must go back and watch that at some point, and then
yeah,
completely forgot.
it's quite interesting actually. I mean, one thing he did say that he said like, I keep getting criticised because of my predictions because they don't always come true, sort of thing. So said,
Yeah,
said from now on, I'm going to call it a forecast rather than a prediction. In the same way that you have a weather forecast. So
yeah.
this is
I mean
like to
that
happen.
doesn't stop people criticizing the weather if it's wrong, the forecast.
No, but I can't help but like him though. He's great because he came up with three different scenarios, and the third one about the Bitcoin price was the fact that we've not even had a bull cycle yet.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to happen,
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You mark my words.
which
Um,
which I thought was like imagine that this kind of like coming up from like from the pandemic 15K
yeah,
to 126 or what it was just sideways movement, and then there'll be and
yeah,
there'll be a proper bull cycle soon. Um, his thinking was the fact that things have changed in the way that um, it's become more institutes buying Bitcoin rather than retail. So
yeah,
retail buy low and they sell high, and institutes just they have a need to include Bitcoin as part of the assets that they have. So they will just buy at some point and then sell at some other point.
yeah,
So they're not really looking for them sort of lows. So consequently, there's like you know more of a continuous buying pressure. Um, so yeah, the third scenario was this kind of like, yeah, we've not even seen a bull cycle yet, which I thought was like, wow, okay, well that'll be
yeah,
something, surely,
yeah. So that was his option number three, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
That
and
was,
his favourite one as well. So
oh, he as in he favours that one, not so much like he that's his favourite. Yeah,
uh, I might have to watch it again to be honest. But
sure.
it's yeah,
Like
I
the
don't know.
as in this is what of the three, this is the one that I think will happen.
Yeah, but I
Um,
do like his way of talking about stuff. I mean, he does give massive ranges. Like he was saying that I can't remember what it was now, but like the price target for the next bull cycle, whenever that may
yeah,
be, is somewhere between $250,000 and $1 million for Bitcoin. So
yeah,
it's quite a big range. Uh,
yeah,
Nevertheless, it's nice and high, isn't it? So
yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, that'd be kind of nice. But I suppose in terms, because I think that the mistake he made before was in couching all of this in certainty, isn't it? Like this, like you're saying, like this is my prediction, um, and he got it right once, didn't he? And then,
yeah,
um, but I mean, you could say that nothing quite kills credibility like certainty, absolute certainty. I mean, it might help someone's reputation for a little while. They're certain they really know what they're talking about. Obviously, until it all comes crashing down and they're just revealed to be plain wrong. But credibility, I think, is achieved through hedging.
yeah.
And to say maybe this, maybe that, who knows? Yeah,
Well, I just find it incredible. You got him talking about like $1 million, and then you've got that what's his name? It's not Jeff Wynn. It's Chris. No, what's his name? James Wynn, isn't it? Sort of.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who? Have you heard him on like Twitter Spaces and stuff like that?
Have I heard through Twitter Space?
He's
Probably
got
at
a
some
very,
point.
he's got a very, very northern voice and talks a bit like that, sort of. Um, but
Maybe I haven't in that case. I'll go and have a listen.
but he actually come, shouldn't really slag people off, but he does come across like an idiot, sort of like, like if say like you worked in a bank or something and you were trying to get a mortgage or something, you wouldn't trust him, So you think like he just sounds like he's an idiot, Anyway, but he's probably not. He's probably very, very clever. And yeah, somebody I was talking to the other day had a theory that that's actually not James Wynn. The original James Wynn sold his X account to somebody else, and they're just using that to sort of well, I don't know what for, but
to have a bit of a laugh, I suppose.
Yeah, and but he does these Twitter Spaces now that like there'd be like hundreds of people there, sort of.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's that. Anyway, so yeah, I think he's calling for about 30K or something like that, and then you got Plan B with $1 million. So yeah, somewhere in between those two, I reckon.
Yeah, talk about opposing forces and just finding the equilibrium and so on.
So I think the conclusion is nobody has a clue what's going to happen, really.
No.
But definitely some up and some down, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I just say that looking at this? Oh, actually, one thing. Yeah, before that, I meant to say it looks like we currently have 7 people watching on X, which is awesome. Hey, everyone who's watching on X, really appreciates that you're there watching. Do comment, hit like, do all the good things really. And if you wouldn't mind following as well, that'd be highly appreciated because I badly need to get more followers on there. So anyway, yeah.
You heard that. He needs more people following badly.
Yeah, well, I'd settle for that, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, just want to say about this because, like, I guess we kind of randomly, found. I mean, not randomly, just searched back a bit on the Bitcoin 1 hour and found this range as well as an example of where you got the higher and the lower. But you notice with this that the mid range very much ended up being kind of where the price has kind of like interacted with. So it poked above it, didn't quite like what it saw, just expensive Bitcoin, back down again into the cheap range. Bit more convincingly above there that time, but still back down. And of course we had that retracement level to tell us that that's pretty likely to happen. Just kind of, and then ranged below the line, just kind of touching above it slightly. So the majority of that has been resistance, isn't it? So in other words, the price was just trying to get above that level that at the time, that 87.7, and each time kind of being rejected. So just sellers up here, just kind of in control of that narrative for a bit. I guess eventually they ran out of sell orders, and Valentine dropped down and boom, running up. But of course, as a note of caution, that this retracement level opened up as well, and sure enough, boom, back down to that, but then back up. Hooray! So, but then this level here was very much just kind of right along the top of that range, which was still that level there, all the way along. So you could very much kind of see like, okay, when the price, or rather that the price didn't really seem to want to break away from that top of the range. And so, therefore, because it wasn't really showing much particular strength doing that, it kind of tried it, got savagely rejected, well below the 9 EMA, and then just danced along the EMAs really all the way through there. And then obviously, so you could kind of sense that wasn't going to go anywhere, and sure enough, just plop back down. It needed to come back down to just let those sell orders kind of play out, have their day, and then just build up some strength again to head up. So I just wanted to point that out because if we see a similar thing here, then that'd be another one to be wary of. That a bit of ranging at this level, or even if it breaks above here, above the 95, there's a lot of resistance there at the moment, I think. So it is going to struggle to get above 95k for a while, even if it gets up to there. So, and if it doesn't do that convincingly, just ranges bopping along the top of that line, like that one before, then we might see a similar just capitulation back down, and hopefully then another attempt. So we might see a bunch of that until, well, I don't know. What do you think is going to happen in terms of for the Fed rates cut? I can't believe that this is the price that's been front run. It feels like that still needs to play out a bit.
I think it'll depend where we are by then.
Yeah,
I mean
that doesn't look like a price, a positive price action that's been front run, does it? It's just been gradually recovering, recovering, failing, but stepping its way up. I guess.
Well, it's got higher lows and higher highs. It's like,
yeah,
it's just like it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, isn't it? So, which is a bit suspicious.
Yeah, it's quiet, too quiet.
Yeah. Stop behaving normally. I don't know. It's had a big old dump, hasn't it? So is that because everyone wants cheap Bitcoin and then I don't know. Everyone's a bit wary these days, aren't they? I mean, if this was like, I don't know, if this was like 2 or 3 years ago, it'd be like, okay, we'll get the interest rate cut, and we know that Bitcoin's going to blast off. And I think these days people have got a little bit wary of these things. For example, like the ETF things that were all the rage ones. People thought going to get the BlackRock ETFs and all that, and prices are going to go crazy, and it dumped for months, didn't it?
Yeah, true.
And the same with
expectations as well.
Yeah, and the same with actually the President Trump election was good, wasn't it? But the actual inauguration was like terrible because, well, basically he brought out his shit coins.
He rug pulled the market.
Yeah. This will fool him. But that was that was quite disastrous. So I don't know, just people are a bit wary, I think, these days. So I'm not expecting wonders on Wednesday. But I think what might happen is if the price like inches up a little bit over the next day or so. And Wednesday, Wednesday's exactly what we expect, then it'll probably not do a lot, really. It'll wiggle around at the time.
Yeah.
If, however, it does stay low, I think we could get a nice little pump, but I don't think it will. I think it will inch up a little bit. I'm just guessing though, really. So I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It's quite a muted kind of price action. So I mean, well, you got what, an hour and a half until the New York Open. It might change substantially then, I think, because this on the Asian market, I guess, was kind of then it dumped, didn't it, overnight?
Yeah.
So each region kind of has their own thing going on, don't they? Because like one region wants to pump the market, the other wants to dump the market. The other might just be hedging or whatever, or following. So I guess if the European market is, I mean, so far they've been pretty bullish today, I'd say. So during that crossover time when the European market and the US are both open at the same time, and if they're both bullish, then that could actually send the price, I think, this afternoon. Except for that slightly worrying CME gap.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but then, spike down.
Yeah.
Do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. I think that'll probably do for today, won't it?
I think we're done. Yeah.
Okay. So we've obviously been talking about Quadzilla, but I think everyone here knows about it, don't they?
I suspect so. Let's bring that up anyway.
So I was just trying to fix the Instagram thing because it had run out of the.
Oh, sure.
No, it's all right. I won't bother because I think we haven't got much left to do, really, have we?
Yeah. So I think yeah, so on here, basically Quadzilla, and today for some reason it's showing this in euros. I think it's to do with my VPN. But so if you're in Euroland, then you can get Quadzilla on the monthly plan for an amazingly cheap €95 a month, and on the yearly it works out as €70 per month. So it's quite a hefty discount. That's kind of the way to do it, I'd say. It gets you kind of an awful lot of the stuff that we were talking about today. So in particular, so the stuff at the bottom of the screen, the quad momentum oscillator, and I should put stochastic in there as well. I think we should include that. And at the top of the screen, top of the chart, the retracement patterns, and also, built-in retracement stats. That's another one we should probably go over again at some point, just to show how you can use them when you're trading. And the retracement patterns are exclusive to Quadzilla. You won't find them in any other indicator anywhere. And as I was talking about, they kind of give you this set of levels that give you insight into the price movement that you just literally don't see on any other indicator. And a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, expert trading community. I think that's the people who are currently watching. That's you. so thank you, 100% for being there, being the expert trading community. And
absolutely.
Yeah, and a bunch of documentation. So all of this will help you to become a consistently profitable trader, and essentially you will make this money back, I would say, just extremely quickly. It ends up paying for itself. And yeah, you'll get some consistently profitable trades, I think, if you're using Quadzilla.
Cool.
There, that's done. Yeah.
Excellent. I'll have 3.
3, please. Yeah.
I was teasing a little bit last week about the idea that we might do a like a bargain offer for people who want to pay in crypto for the annual. We haven't actually discussed that yet, and therefore
we have a bit, but I suppose we haven't settled on it.
Yeah, we haven't settled on the price. But if that is of interest to you, then just let us know in the Discord, and we can do that. But I think if it will be somewhere between the price it would cost in dollars and the price we were offering it at on Black Friday, somewhere in between the two, I think. So either way, it's going to be a bargain. But I think that's a very, very neat way to do things. Just because just keeps it all crypto, doesn't it? So then you can
easy. Yeah.
Then you can win the money back, and then next year renew it. And,
for sure.
Keep us all happy, and keep the community going and all that sort of thing. Brilliant.
So, actually, just very quickly, so CD was saying 30k would be a nice buying opportunity if it does get that low. It could well do. Not yet, I think. It'll be a while, but potentially could see that. I think Scotty just joined. We're actually just finishing up, but if you rewind back a bit, there's a lot of gibberish. So fill your boots.
And we did mention you as well. We mentioned the lack of heckling today. So
So quite glad that you made it in time for a bit of heckling there. So
for a little dig.
all is right with the world.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, right. I better go and chase up this electrician and see what's going on. And Scott is going to be on time tomorrow. Yeah, please. Well, we'll be back at 12. Tomorrow it's going to be a short one again. So so it will be just 12 till 12:30 UTC.
Yeah.
All right.
Bit of a blink and you'll miss it sort of thing. But it's good to see that.
Unbelievable how quick that half hour goes. It's amazing. Anyway, awesome. Thank you very much, Maff, for coming along and talking about all that and
for sure.
your springs and
springs and whatnots.
Springs and whatnots and all that. See you all tomorrow, and take care, trade safe. Just watch out this week, because I think there's going to be definitely some volatility, and I think it's going to be fun to trade anyway. So I must admit I've had a quite nice weekend actually, sort of trading wise. So it's all good.
Excellent. Yep.
All right, take care everyone, and see you soon. Right, bye.
Cheers.